I am back with, new game. I have seen the announcements of like another. Well, this is not the new game, but I have seen the announcements of the new game. I haven't played this one though. What, what's up with it? Why is it so? Let's go. The sound of my alarm clock wakes me with a start. Oh man, feels like I barely even hit the pillow. Fumbling around, I managed to silence it. Better get ready for school. After a long yawn, I swing over to perch on the edge of the bed. Oh yeah, by the way, this might be like two chapters because yesterday I was doing a video for like another game and it got to like an hour and it wouldn't let me upload. It was uploading for the whole night and a few more hours and it just couldn't, so I just had to delete the footage and maybe redo everything. Then I heave myself up and go about getting dressed. Guess I'd better eat too. Half listening to a new broadcast from the living room, I go about making my breakfast. Another killing, huh? What is it lately? In my distraction, I managed to knock my plate of toast clean off the counter. It shatters on the floor, leaving a jam-stained mess. Aw, damn it. I'm running late as it is. I'll clean it up later. The morning sun on my face, I feel drowsy again. Why am I so tired today? Well, at least it's quiet. Spotting a peeble, I kick it lazily down the sidewalk. Just when I'm about, just when I'm about to kick it again, I hear a voice call out, "Legacy." I look up to find my childhood friend Natsu waiting ahead. Good. Now I know who not to go for. Childhood friend. I don't like those. Come on, will you? So much for quiet. As I draw up beside her, she flashes a warm smile. Oh, not now. Run in response. Small back, come on. I mutter a smile on my own in response. Morning, Natsu. Wait, mutter. I muster. There we go. Her eyebrows lift in surprise. My, aren't we in a good mood? Why wouldn't I be? Every day I spend with you is a blessing, isn't it? She blushes, thumping me on the shoulder. As we continue on toward the station, Natsu changes the subject. Finish your assignment? Oh right, I almost forgot. That's why I'm so tired. At about 1 o'clock this morning, I think. How about you? She flashes a sly smile. I know what that means. No, you can't copy my work. Oh, come on. I'm a busy girl, you know? And so am I. I roll my eyes. You're also way smarter than me. Remember? I haven't beaten you in a single test since second grade. It'll take you all of two. No. It'll take you all of 2 seconds to finish it yourself. I know it. Oh, well, I was right. She shakes her head fervently. Come on, Legacy, please. As she settles into a pout, I feel my resolve weakening. That's so unfair. She knows I can't say no to that face. Alright, you win. And then start saying no, bro. I'll give you my notes when we catch the train. Yay! Her face brightens as she skips a few paces ahead. Then she glances at her phone with a frown. We'd better hurry up then, otherwise we'll miss it. She strides on ahead, leaving me scrambling to catch up. With any luck, service will be suspended for the day. That way I can have an excuse to head straight back to bed. No, that way I have an excuse. She chuckles, elbowing me in the ribs. Just when did you get so lazy, Legacy? Says the one who wants to steal all my hard work. How about you do it next time, and I'll get a proper night's sleep. As I give a huff, she reaches out to pat my shoulder. Don't worry, Legacy. I'll make it up to you. I've heard that before. Damn. As we're waiting on the station platform, someone suddenly cries out behind us. Can't you see the signs? We need to find a way to stop this before it's too late. Turning in unison, we find a girl standing at a short distance away. I'm really not having any luck finding any peace today, huh? What's her problem? I shrug, eyeing the girl warily. No idea, but she looks pretty agitated, whatever it is. You think she might actually need some help? Most people are ignoring her. Just then, the girl looks straight at us. Oh damn, she spotted us. And now she's coming over. Wait, why is she? Prepare yourselves. The end is not. I'm sorry, but this sounds like BS. Time is short, you hear? By now, she's standing right there in front of us. What should I do? Ignore the hell. I glance away, trying to avoid eye contact. Didn't you hear me? The end approaches. We're running out of time. Natsu shuffles closer, dropping to a whisper. She's starting to scare me. Turning back to Natsu, what? Yeah, I'm just gonna say. I jut my thumb to a spot further down the platform. Come on, let's wait over there. She nods and we start moving away. I just hope this strange girl doesn't follow us. Glancing over my shoulder, I soon breathe a sigh of relief, already busy coasting some other poor stranger. Well, that was different. Do you think? Think what? Natsu keeps her eyes fixed on the girl. Hey, you alright? You think there's any truth to what she said? Seriously? Of course not. She's just some wacko. But what if she isn't, Legacy? She's not alone, you know? What do you mean? She gives me a strange look. You mean you haven't noticed? I shake my head in confusion. Haven't noticed what? Care to be more specific? She huffs in annoyance. I mean, people talking about the end of the world lately. That girl really got to her, huh? You seriously believe that? She shrugs with a sigh. I don't know. Look, this wouldn't be the first time. Now, would it? Ever heard of... No way. Yeah, no. She tilts her head, then frowns. Didn't some of his predictions come true though? Only if you fill in some blanks in a bunch of pretty vague statements. Besides, we're still standing here, aren't we? She eyes me skeptically. Um, well, I agree when it sees a lot of world-ending stuff. I always just leave as soon as I just hear those stuff. I don't need to. If the world is gonna end, why be worried about it? Because if the world is ending, there's nothing you can do about it. Really. Why worry and not live your life to the fullest if it really is happening? You see? That's the way I see it and the way my mom sees it as well. Still not convinced. Then there was all that stuff about the Mayan calendar, remember? Oh yeah. When you think about it, there really is a lot of nonsense floating around. You'd almost think people are hanging out for the end to come. People were convinced 2012 was gonna be the year, right? Yeah, that's true. As she nods slowly, I muster a reassuring smile. Trust me, there's nothing to worry about. Yeah, you're probably right. We both give a start as the train horn blares, warning us to stand back from the edge. As the doors open, I look back in search for the strange girl, but she's nowhere in sight. That's the first bit of good luck I have had all day. I'm gonna say at this point, I hope that girl's not too crazy or I might switch. I slump down in my chair as we wait for the teacher to arrive. With any luck, they won't show up and I can get some sleep. You ever know a math teacher to be late? No, you ever known a math teacher to be late? That's pretty obvious, if you ask me. I throw my head back in a long yawn. Well, I'm gonna make the most of it either way. Give me a shake if they show up, alright? What? You can't sleep now? Oh yeah? Just watch me. But there's so much we have to talk about. Not that much I can believe. I force myself to sit up again. Alright, like what? Did I mention my neighbor was pregnant? Her exclamation draws more attention than she bargained for as the room falls silent. Only when our classmates lose interest does she continue on. Has she ever mentioned this neighbor to me before? Honestly, I can't never keep track on all her stories. I can relate. Sorry, who? Legacy. She swats at my arm. We went through this last time, remember? The one who's always saying my skirt is too short. I find myself glancing down at her hemline. They might have a point. Any of this ringing a bell? I look up again as she frowns. Not a word of it. Anyway, yesterday I realized that. Just then the teacher storms into the room. Alright, settle down everyone. The class falls silent. I know I'm late, but it isn't the end of the world. I lean over, whispering to Natsu with a smile, almost starting to wish it was. Legacy. As I jerk upright, some of our classmates snicker. Well, Legacy, you might just get your wish after all. Something you'd like to share with the rest of the class? He glares at me until I shake my head furtively. In that case, why don't we all turn to Chapter 6, Exercise 66? 666. A. A. When Natsu fixes me with a knowing look, I roll my eyes. We're not doing trigonometry on pentagrams. I know that much. As I sit across from Natsu at lunch, the cafeteria rings with her laughter. Being without turning around, I'm certain everyone is staring at us. You see, this right here is why nobody hangs out with us. She wipes a tear away, still chuckling. Well, that's their loss, right? You and I are like this. She crosses her fingers with a beaming smile. Can't argue with that. We have been for a long, yeah, we have been for as long as I can remember. Wouldn't know it. The way you make fun of me and all. As I frown, her fist her fits of laughter finally subside. Oh, come on, Legacy. You have to admit it was pretty funny. How many people have used drooling on their worksheet to get out of handing in their homework? Do you think? Didn't I ask you to wake me up if I happen to fall asleep? She shrugs, breaking into a grin. Hey, at least you didn't snore. I shake my head as she starts chuckling again. Yeah, I guess that's something. At least I know the answers this time around. She reaches out and pats my hand. Yeah, look on the bright side. By the way, have you heard of Armageddon, I think? I've only heard the name in Spanish, I'm sorry. I give her a quizzical look. You're still hung up on this? Seriously, how many times do I have to say it? There's no way the world is coming to an end. She rolls her eyes. No, I'm not talking about that. I mean the new MMO they just released. Wait, that's out already? Yeah, just this week. She claps her hands excitedly. I'm gonna pick up a copy after school. Oh yeah? Maybe I should give it a go then. Ease up on my studies for a while, you know? If you can stay awake, that is. Her mouth curls up at the edges as she slurps from her drink. Why do you always take studies so seriously anyway? Dumb fast, I guess. I shrug with a sigh. Honestly, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't like surprises, you know? Studying is my way of staying on top of things, staying in control. She nods slowly, then smiles. Or maybe you're just a nerd. Lucky for me, either way. She slurps her drink again. It's all so easy for her. Must be nice always landing on your feet, huh? She gives me a questioning look as she takes a bite of her lunch. When you do actually try, you make it all look so easy. And even when you don't, you always manage to scheme your way out of things. She tips her head in admission and continues chewing. Guess that makes you smart twice over, doesn't it? She swallows before breaking into a smile. You didn't seem to think so when we first met. As she pokes her tongue out at me, I can't help but chuckle, not chuckling. She's cute, in an obnoxious kind of way. Is that why you let me sleep in class today? An act of vengeance? You said I was dense. I shake my head vehemently. No, that's what you called me. Then I responded by saying you were mean. She paused to reflect. Oh, that makes more sense. Hey, way to double down. Honestly, all I really remember is being mad at you. She breaks into a smile. Guess that just proves how close we are, doesn't it? After all these years, it's hard to remember which one of us did what to the other. I shake my head in disbelief, chuckling all the same. How can anyone so smart be so scatterbrained as well? Oh, the questions. When school is done, I wait for Natsu at the gate. All in it, all in all, another good day, don't you think? I snort in disagreement. Maybe, for some. She continues as I hadn't said a word. No. She continues as if I hadn't said a word. Oh, I remember finished telling you about my neighbor. No. Damn it. My eyes feel tired, but like I took a nap and everything. Why do I feel so tired? Jeez. Oh, I remember finished. No. Oh my god, remember what the hell? Oh, I never finished telling you about my neighbor. There she goes again, off on another tangent. You mean the one who's pregnant, right? Pregnant, yeah. So you were paying attention after all. I bristle in annoyance. So why is your neighbor being pregnant newsworthy exactly? Well, she has a husband, you know. I return a blank stare. And that's strange how... She rolls her eyes. He's away for months at a time on business trips or something. So you're suggesting... I don't think the baby is his. Can you believe that? But she stares at me wide-eyed. I can only frown. I mean, who are we to judge other people? Listen, you haven't. And she has the gall to tell me what to wear. As Natsu continues ranting, I struggle to stifle a yawn. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I boring you? I shake my head. Late night, remember? She smiles mischievously. Well, look at the bright side. Your no or assignments got top marks, didn't they? Your no, our assignments got top marks, didn't they? I scoff, eyeing her in disbelief. That's one selective moral compass she's got there. Yeah, well, you owed me one. She dips her head, then eyes me eagerly. Hey, you wanna hit the games arcade with me? Flirt? Maybe, I'm gonna get some ice cream, see if that helps. Bro. Longer than I expected. Got carried away as always. Yeah, make it interesting. I raise an eyebrow suggestively. It's not exactly the kind of co-op action I had in mind. I reach out to stroke the back of her head. There she goes, blushing like crazy. I mean, unless you were hoping for an audience. As I grin wolfishly, she bats my hand away. Honestly, you're such a pervert sometimes. I'm not. She looks away before turning back with an earnest look in her eyes. Anyway, you coming or what? You know I'd love to. In that moment, it suddenly comes flooding back. Alright, I have got all those chores to take care of. But I have got stuff to do at home. She glances away, trying to hide her disappointment. Odds. No, odds are I'd only fall asleep anyway, right? How about tomorrow? She sets her shoulders, starting straight ahead. No, staring straight ahead. No, don't worry about it. I'll catch you later, I guess. See you, Legacy. With that, she cuts down the next side street. Only when she's out of sight do I continue on toward home. At last, a quiet moment to myself, and now I'm not so sure I want it. I wonder where the last girl is. By the time I get home, I have worked up quite the thirst. On my way to the fridge, I slip on something gooey though. Steadying myself against the counter, I look down on what resembles a murder scene. Nice one, Legacy. When you aren't sticking your foot in your mouth, it's day-old jam toast instead. Hopping to the sink, I dampen a cloth under the tap before hoisting my leg up to wash my foot. It would be just my luck if I trod on one of the broken shards too. After drying my foot off with some paper towel, I rinse the cloth again. Alright, now it's time to deal with the sores. Crouching down, I start mopping the crimson mess. Hell? Next thing I know, there's a deafening crash, and I fall back on the floor. Or deafening. I cough and splutter, waving my hand to try and clear the thick cloud of dust. When it finally lifts, I can't believe the sight that greets me. There's a girl lying in the middle of my kitchen floor. What the hell? Glancing up, I take note of the human-sized hole in the ceiling. As the rafters creak ominously, I slowly inch my way forward. Hey, are you okay? When there's no answer, I lean in closer. Nobody could survive a fall like that, right? Just then, the girl rises to her feet. Whoa, alright, just stay calm. You just fell, but you're okay. She fixes me with a blank stare. I have never seen a pair of eyes so empty before. I was interrupted anyways. Why are her eyes empty though? Do you remember anything? Oh no, another name. I am Ingomori. I ain't even gonna try. Destroyer of worlds. But you look like an angel, what the hell? The vehemence in her words leaves me reeling. That's some concussion. What should I do, though? Try to find out more. Well, that takes care of the who, I guess. Can you tell me how you got here, though? I look her up and down, finding no obvious clues. Doesn't look like your typical skydiver, in any case. Some kind of accident? She eyes me with disdain, then continues in the same impassive tone. Honestly, before I wasn't going, but maybe, maybe she's the right one. I did a whole 180. First the crazy one, then I switched to the childhood one, and whole 180 in one chapter. I'm the fist of the gods. They have grown weary of your antics. Her voice echoes strangely now, almost like a curse speaking as one. With growing trepidation, I start to slowly back away. I have been sent to rinse this world clean. Just then, I notice her hands beginning to glow. As she brings them closer, a ball of energy forms between them. Whatever she's doing, I don't like the looks of it. A second later, a beam cut through the air just as I ducked to the side. Whoa, hold up. I raise my hands, glancing at the hole seared into the wall behind me. When I turn back, she starts drawing closer, hands glowing once more. Listen, and I ain't gonna even try to pronounce it, isn't it? When she fails to respond, all I can do is close my eyes. So this is how it ends. Disintegrated in my kitchen. I grit my teeth, but nothing happens. Instead, there's a short cry and a heavy thud. Opening my eyes, I find the girl laid out on the floor again. She falls through the roof like it's nothing, only to be foiled by a piece of toast. When she stays motionless, I venture close enough to prod her shoulders. Well, her shoulder. Bro, why is that name so long? I'm just gonna call her A at this point. As I lean in, her eyes suddenly open, and I start back, bracing myself for the end. She looks around in confusion though. Ugh, my head hurts. As she tries to sit, I ease her up as if by instinct. Where am I? You're in my kitchen. She furrows her brow. You don't remember anything that just happened? She shakes her head. I see. So we're lucky she actually got a concussion. And now we're gonna teach her the good things in the human world. And well, she's probably gonna grow to love us, so when she gets her memories back, it's gonna be much harder to actually go through with her mission. I get it now. I probably just spoiled the entire story when I haven't even read nothing. I haven't even played this game. She shakes her head. Nothing at all? No, sorry. Beautiful purple eyes, though. The name, no, doesn't ring any bells. You know, is that my name? Answer honestly, I guess. I nod, eyeing her wearily. That's what you told me a few minutes ago, anyway. She pressed a hand to her forehead. Nah, I'm just gonna call her A. I'm sorry, but I honestly don't remember. There's a hint of worry in her eyes now. In fact, I don't remember much of anything at all. Oh, good one. The more time passes by, the more I find myself believing her. If she's still meant to attack, It would have happened by now. I'm sorry. What did you say your name was? I hesitate before responding. I guess it's only a name. Oh, it's Legacy. Legacy, huh? Legacy. She nods, as if satisfied. Well, Legacy, I only have one question. Really? Only one? Well, fire away. She looks at me earnestly. Are you my, are you my master? What kind of weird... This is... I regret not giving it a go before. Jeez. I like it. I'm tapping away, bro. Oh well. Whatever. Let's see. Let's take this opportunity to take a screenshot. I like the music. What did she just say? When I fail to respond, she repeats the question, Are you my master? She smiles, giving a single nod. Yes, you are my master. Huh? No, I didn't. And you saved me. The note of A in her voice leaves me flustered. Just what is going on here? I'm not your master. In fact, I'm lucky not to be a pile of ash right now. Then, who are you? I'm so confused, Legacy. Yeah, that makes two of us. I'm just plain old me, sorry. She sighs, clutching her head. Check on her. Are you injured? She tilts her head to the side. I don't think so. My head hurts, but it's not too bad. Let me have a look. I clutch her head gently with both hands, turning it left and right. No sign of any cuts or swelling. I think you're gonna be okay. Well, what now? Just then, there's a sudden commotion in the living room. Oh my god. Next thing I know, another girl is standing in the doorway. What are you doing? And hang on a minute. Don't I know you? As I get to my feet, she raises her hands in some kind of martial arts pose. She's the one from the station, alright? Yes, who are you? She asks me warily. The name is Homura. And I'm warning you to stay away from her. Her eyes turn to A, who recoils from her spot on the floor. What should I do? Damn it. I really don't want to do the premium choice, but... Abandon her? What kind of monster? Abandon her? Come on. You can do it. It's for the greater good. Damn it. If it was Arrow, I wouldn't. I would see this as an opportunity to get close to her. Guys, duh, who wouldn't want to be friends with an angel? Seeing the dark intent in her eyes, I step aside. Whatever their problem is, I'll let them sort it out. I've already had one brush with death today, thank you. When I keep moving, Homura fixes on me again. Hold it right there. where I can see you. She eyes a cautiously, body tense. What exactly are you planning to do? And am I going to be a witness or a fellow victim? As I wait for an answer, I fancy her swallows nervously. Wait. What? What the hell did I just say? As I wait for an answer, I fancy she swallows nervously. I guess I would be sounding better as I wait for an answer I fancy. She swallows nervously, yes. I like to believe your heart is in the right place. She scoffs dismissively. Why should I care what you believe? Come on, Legacy. Time to think quick. Well, isn't that why you tried to warn us earlier? She frowns in confusion. What are you talking about? At the station this morning. You were trying to warn me and my friend about the end of the world, weren't you? And now you see that I was right to do so, wasn't I? Alright, assuming you were, why would you try to warn us? Unless you really do care. She hesitates before shaking her head. All the more reason to end this now, while I have the chance. Just then, A clutches her head. Uh-oh. Has all this talk started jogging her memory? Master, With a groan, she slumps to the floor once again. Much as I want to check on her, Mura shows no sign of standing down. Did she just call you master? Yeah. I let out a long sigh. She started doing that after she passed out the first time. The next thing I know, you stormed in here. At last, Mura lowers her arms. So, she's looking to you for commands then. This changes everything. What does that mean? Before I can give it any further thought, Mura starts drawing closer. See what happens. I wait with bated breath as she slowly advances. Just then, I suddenly remember the toast that started all of this. Hey, wait, you don't wanna... She raises her arms, palms outward. Relax, I'm not going to hurt anyone. I shake my head, pointing at the jam stains. No, I mean be careful. You don't become the next victim. We eye each other wearily until I ask the obvious. So, what now? First of all, I suggest we move her someplace else. After that, you and I better have a little chat. You must have questions. I nod, pressing my lips tight. Just got that right. I guess we can always put her on my bed. That way we can talk out in the living room. She frowns, pressing her lips. I'm not sure that's wise. Leaving her absurd. Soon we're both staring down at a... hold on. I might as well just Google how to say this. Yeah, no, I give up. Ain't go more, so I'm just gonna say it that way. I give up on life. This name is too hard. Soon we're both staring down at Engomois. As her chest rises and falls, it's hard to reconcile the angelic vision with the vengeful figure that I saw before. I'm willing to risk it. After a shrug, Homura crouches down, preparing to move her. Carry Engomois myself. Hey, no, let me do that. Homura frowns as I shoulder my way past her. You still don't trust me? No, it's not that. I thought you'd prefer to keep your hands free. That's all. You know, in case she decides to go rogue again. Wanting to escape her piercing gaze, I scoop Engomois up into my arms. Then I stride off down the hall, with Homura following close behind. After laying her on the bed, we stare at Engomois in silence. First girl that's ever laid there, and she's unconscious. I never imagined she'd be like this. So serene? Yeah, exactly. You seem to know a lot about her. When I turn to her, Homura gives a long sigh, eyes still fixed on Engomois. Enough to fear her, at least. That gets her attention. You're right about that. Listen, you seem like a good person, Legacy. So I guess it's about time I started explaining things. She pauses, eyeing me closely. If I'm right, you're going to play an instrumental role from here on too. Even understanding so little, the gravity in her words isn't lost on me. When I return a grave nod, she stalks out to the living room. Well, I guess the reckoning is at hand then. As we sit opposite each other, Mora stares at the TV distractedly. She hasn't said a word in the whole time we have been sitting here. What should I do? Continue. I keep watching, hoping she'll snap out of it. After a while, she finally turns toward me. Now, where were we? I throw my hands up. You're asking me? I'm not the one who promised some answers to you, remember? Yeah, you're right. She hesitates once more. Before I explain, I'd like to know how she came to call you her master. I shake my head slowly. You know as much as I do. It all started after she came to. And you have no idea why she came to you? I knew she was going to appear somewhere in this vicinity, but I failed to pinpoint the precise location. I sighed in exasperation. Honestly, I think it was all just a big mistake. I mean, who crashes through a ceiling on purpose? She studies me skeptically. It never occurred to you that it might be a personal attack? Who would want to attack me? No, I can honestly say it never crossed my mind. Unless there's something you know that I don't. She gives nothing away. Alright, so she comes crashing through your ceiling, then what? She stood up and introduced herself as the destroyer of worlds, or some such. Next thing I know, she's blown a hole in my kitchen wall. And how did you persuade her not to kill you exactly? Sheer laziness, I guess. I'm sorry, what? She slipped on some toast and dropped this morning. No, she slipped on some toast I dropped this morning and knocked herself out in the process. And when she came to, that's when she started calling you master? Yeah, just like I said. Because you happen to be the first person she laid eyes on? Glad this makes sense to one of us at least. She continues on as if I hadn't spoken at all. She aware of her purpose. What do you mean purpose? She's a person, not a tool. She referred to herself as the destroyer of worlds, right? And not in assent. Well, that's exactly what she happens to be. Sent by the gods to extinguish all human life on earth. Find myself swallowing past a lump that suddenly forms in my throat. Every, every word she says sounds as raving mad as it did at the station. But for some reason, my gut is telling me she's no more insane than I am. You're telling me the girl lying on my bed right now has the power to wipe out all humankind? How do you know all this stuff anyway? Who even are you? As I pause expectantly, she takes a deep breath. There's only so much I can tell you. Let's just say that I'm part of what you might call a secret society of sorts. Meaning that if you decide I know too much, you'll have me taken care of. When she chuckles, it has a surprisingly melodic sound. Is there a softer side lurking under that tough exterior? No, we're not like that. In fact, if what you're saying is true, you'll be of great use in our future plans. I swallow again. What sort of plans? She's so excited. To save the world, of course. I never wanted to sign up to be a superhero. I suddenly feel dizzy. This is also crazy. Save the world. Me, of all people. There's a glimmer in her eyes. Yes, Legacy. The fact that Engolmois has no memory right now is the only reason we're still alive. I don't talk about my screenshots, okay? And if we want things to stay that way, you need to start convincing her. Convincing her of what? That humanity is worth sparing. And you think I'm the man for the job? Did you miss the part where she slipped on a piece of day-old toast? I'm not even sure I'm worth sparing. She shrugs with a sigh. I'm not saying it's ideal, but do we really have a choice? No, I guess not. Mark my words, she's going to regain her memory sooner or later. If this works, maybe we won't have to resort to more drastic measures when she does. More drastic measures? I don't even want to know. And there's nothing else you can tell me about this secret society of yours? Only that we have existed far longer than you could ever begin to comprehend. And all that time, we have upheld a vow to protect humanity at all costs. But Engolme said she was doing the will of the gods. She bows her head in dismay, which can only mean they have decided we're beyond redemption now. I glance nervously toward my bedroom, dropping to a whisper. And she can really do that? Wipe out humanity, I mean? They don't call her destroyer of worlds for nothing, you know? Legends speak of Elgomois as a being of immense power. What you saw is but a glimpse of her full capability. You tried telling that to my kitchen wall. She breaks into a wry smile. Don't worry, we'll take care of that for you. When I raise an eyebrow, she continues. We have an interest in keeping things discreet, after all. Hearing a shuffling noise in the hall, we both turn just as Elgomois appears. Engolmois, yeah, rubbing her bleary eyes. When her stomach suddenly growls, Morris seems to answer. Guess it is well past dinner. How about I fix something to eat? It boila. I set the plates down on the table, and Golmois bounces gleefully in her chair. For her part, for her part, Homura regards the offering with obvious skepticism. What do you call this? Omelette, last time I checked. But if you don't want any, as I reach for the plate, she smacks my hand away. Omelette is fine, thanks. By the time I return my own yeah, by the time I return with my own plate, they have already taken their first bites. Oh, this is the most delicious thing I have tasted in all my life. Homura raises an eyebrow. How many things do you recall eating exactly? And Golmoy shrugs, beaming back at her. That doesn't make it any less true. Homura concedes the point with a nod before taking another bite. After chewing distractedly for a while, she shakes her head. I'd give 3 out of 5. And that's including a point for effort. So you're a food critic now? I look back only to find Ngolmois licking her plate clean. You really were hungry, huh? Can I get you another one? She nods fervently, handing me her plate. When I look at Homura, she waves me off though. Not for me, thanks. I want to turn in early tonight. With that, she starts peering through to the living room. You don't happen to have a sofa bed, do you? Hold on. She's expecting to stay here? Would have been nice if she'd thought to ask first. What should I do? Shake my head. Just a regular old couch. But you're welcome to it. Once I'm done here, I'll find you a pillow. She nods, stifling a yawn. Sounds like a plan, thanks. With that, she moves into the living room and flops down in front of the TV. By the time I arrive with the pillow and blanket, she's already fast asleep. Well, that was quick. Guess it's been a long day for all of us, though. Well, that's the end for today. Why am I so sleepless, Swing? I woke up at 10. I took a nap. Why? What did I do? Okay, till we meet again. See ya.